Experience the exquisite taste of real fruit with the goodness of fresh milk. Kotmale drinking yogurt, now in strawberry, mango, vanilla and wood apple. Kotmale drinking yogurt, your daily refreshment.
We are different. We are agile. We are empowered. We are a team. We are an ALCO.
NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. 34 years later, NABCO has grown to be one of the top retail solution providers, offering their customer-led proposition to over 200 trade and retail customers across the UK and Ireland. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo, as a supply partner, along with its own 30,000 square foot HQ in St Albans, NABCO offers its customers a complete retail solution. With the best talent in the industry, NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape.
Experience the exquisite taste of real fruit with the goodness of fresh milk. Kotmale drinking yogurt, now in strawberry, mango, vanilla and wood apple. Kotmale drinking yogurt, your daily refreshment.
We are different. We are agile. We are empowered. We are a team. We are an ALCO.
NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. 34 years later, NABCO has grown to be one of the top retail solution providers, offering their customer-led proposition to over 200 trade and retail customers across the UK and Ireland. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo, as a supply partner, along with its own 30,000 square foot HQ in St Albans, NABCO offers its customers a complete retail solution. With the best talent in the industry, NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape.
Experience the exquisite taste of real fruit with the goodness of fresh milk. Malay drinking yogurt, now in strawberry, mango, vanilla and wood apple. Malay drinking yogurt, your daily refreshment.
We are different. We are agile. We are empowered. We are a team. We are an ALCO.
NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. 34 years later, NABCO has grown to be one of the top retail solution providers, offering their customer-led proposition to over 200 trade and retail customers across the UK and Ireland. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo, as a supply partner, along with its own 30,000 square foot HQ in St Albans, NABCO offers its customers a complete retail solution with the best talent in the industry. NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape.
Experience the exquisite taste of real fruit with the goodness of fresh milk. Malay drinking yogurt, now in strawberry, mango, vanilla and wood apple. Malay drinking yogurt, your daily refreshment.
We are different. We are agile. We are empowered. We are a team. We are an ALCO.
NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. 34 years later, NABCO has grown to be one of the top retail solution providers, offering their customer-led proposition to over 200 trade and retail customers across the UK and Ireland. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo, as a supply partner, along with its own 30,000 square foot HQ in St Albans, NABCO offers its customers a complete retail solution with the best talent in the industry. NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape.
Experience the exquisite taste of real fruit with the goodness of fresh milk. Kotmalay drinking yogurt. Now in strawberry, mango, vanilla and wood apple. Kotmalay drinking yogurt, your daily refreshment.
We are different. We are agile. We are empowered. We are a team. We are an outgo.
NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. 34 years later, NABCO has grown to be one of the top retail solution providers, offering their customer-led proposition to over 200 trade and retail customers across the UK and Ireland. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo, as a supply partner, along with its own 30,000 square foot HQ in St Albans, NABCO offers its customers a complete retail solution. With the best talent in the industry, NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape.
Experience the exquisite taste of real fruit with the goodness of fresh milk. Kotmalay drinking yogurt. Now in strawberry, mango, vanilla and wood apple. Kotmalay drinking yogurt, your daily refreshment.
We are different.
This evening's program is centered around rugby very much. We expect you to live up to that element of rugby. So we hope that the audience will also be lively and vibrant. Two reasons, because we are celebrating and we are going to felicitate rugby and also forces connected to rugby, and also the other reason is that you are going live to the entire world through the Peterite media. So this program is telecast or streamed live to the rest of the world. So you need to be lively. in facial expression, and also we need to see how lively you are. I want to see how lively you are. Yes, we want to see how lively you are, because this is our game, it is our passion, and it is our life, Peterite Rugby. So this is a very special evening, a special event, as this is the felicitation ceremony for St. Peter's College Rugby Sponsors 2023. Talking of 2023, the journey up to 2023 has been amazing. So we've been enjoying spectacular rugby by Peterites, and all credit should go to all present and past Peterite rugby players. Give them all a big round of applause. And the legacy continues. Legacy continues, and also it is on one hand the Peterite rugby talent that has given us lots of entertainment through the years, and also the support that the Peterite rugby has been receiving through the years. Give all our sponsors and all our supporters over the years a big round of applause. Come on, everybody. Get it lively. And the legacy continues. What's important is that the legacy continues, and here we are at 2023 rugby. So we get to, in fact, felicitate a couple of very special people and corporates, and we have lots of things to tell you about 2023. But first things first, we're now going to begin our program by ceremonially lighting the oil lamp that you see in front of you. And to light the oil lamp, we'll be inviting a couple of very special people forward. We'll be inviting firstly our rector, the rector of St. Peter's College, Reverend Father Rohita Rodrigo. We also invite the sports coordinator of St. Peter's College, Reverend Father Milan Bernard. The Managing Director of NABCO UK, Mr. Trishan Satyadeva. The Finance Director, NABCO UK, Mr. J.P. Adams. The Operations Director for NABCO UK, Mr. Ruan Adams. The Sales and Proposition Director, NABCO UK, Mr. Steve Gell. We also invite the Country Manager, Sri Lanka for NABCO UK, Mr. Damita Gomez. Also inviting the Managing Director, UK and Ireland, Modern Expo, Mr. Vasil Matviuk. And representing TDM International, we would like to very warmly invite Mr. Brendan Kurupu, our cricketing legend. We also invite, representing Cargill Ceylon PLC, the Marketing Manager, Dairy Sector, Mr. Tamal De Silva, the Managing Director of AJ Medichem International, Dr. Clive James, the Director, General Manager, Hemas Hospitals, Dr. Pradeep Edward. We also invite the Headmaster of St. Peter's College, Mr. Noel Kure, and the President of the Rugby Foundation of St. Peter's, Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya, and also the Captain of St. Peter's College Rugby 2023, that's Ashen Madugaspe. Reverend Fathers, gentlemen, can we have you to kindly come forward to do the honors to inaugurate the felicitation ceremony of St. Peter's College Rugby Sponsors 2023. Reverend Fathers, gentlemen, thank you. Thank you very much. And now we take this opportunity in requesting all you ladies and gentlemen to kindly rise to your feet as we get together and sing our national anthem.
Sri Lanka Mata, Abba Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Sundara Sri Barini, Surandi Ati Somamana Ramka, Ranya Nalaya Nikamal Valaturu Piri Jaya Bhumiya Ramya, Appa Hatta Sappa Siri Satta Sadhana, Jeevanaye Mata, Viliganu Mena Appa Bhakti Puja, Namo Namo Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Upave Appa Vidya, Upamaya Appa Satya, Upave Appa Shakti, Appa Hada Tula Bhakti, Upalappa Aloke, Appane Anuprane, Upalappa Jeevanave, Appa Muktiya Upave, Nava Jeevana Demine, Nithina Appa Kubudu Karan Mata, Jnana Veeda Vadavani Naragena Yanu Mena Jaya Bhumi Para, Ekka Mamata Gedaru Kala Bhavina, Yamu Yamu Vinopama, Prema Vada Samaveda Durala, Namo Namo Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata.
We request you to kindly remain standing. Why we remain standing is to, in fact, remind ourselves that we are all engaged in a journey called life on earth. So they say that life is so uncertain, we really don't know when our journey will come to an end. Obviously, it will come to an end one day. So while you remain standing, we're going to observe a few moments in silence, remembering all our dearly departed Peterites who are no more in the land of living. Thank you. We request you to kindly continue to remain standing because we'll be having Reverend Father Shiresh Kandanarachi now, who will lead us through a word of prayer. We respectfully, very warmly invite Reverend Father Shiresh.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let us take this moment to observe silence in our hearts and let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. God, our loving Father, as we have gathered here this evening to felicitate the sponsors of St. Peter's College Rugby, we thank you first and foremost for the support they render towards our college rugby, so that we may be able to bring it to greater heights. Father, we also invoke your blessings upon our Father Rector, the priests, the masters in charge, our sponsors in a special way, and the Rugby Foundation members, the coaches, the old boys, the past and present rugby players of our college, so that we may do our best this year and in the spirit of good sportsmanship, we may be able to bring glory to our college, and through that we may glorify your holy name. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Let us also invoke the mediation of our Blessed Mother. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. The most sacred heart of Jesus, have mercy on us. Immaculate Heart of Mary, pray for us. Saint Peter, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Reverend Father Suresh Kandanarachi. Thank you, Reverend Father. Thank you. All right, the action has begun, and we need to get to know about the 2023 rugby season and how it's going to happen. And we're going to have a couple of introductory words, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to invite the Vice President of the Rugby Foundation of St. Peter's College. Let's put our hands together and welcome on stage Mr. Shane Gunavijay.
Good evening, everybody. Clifford wanted a little more life and energy earlier. I'll repeat myself. Good evening, everybody. Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, Rector. Vice Rector, Reverend Father Indunil Sampath. Our sports coordinators, Reverend Father Dilan Jains and Reverend Father Milan Bernard. Reverend Fathers, esteemed guests, members of the Rugby Foundation, college staff, and the team rugby leaders. The New Zealand great Dan Carter once said, "Rugby is not a sport, it's a way of life, a culture, a community that embraces respect, discipline, and teamwork." Today, we gather to celebrate that spirit at the St. Peter's College Rugby Sponsor Felicitation ceremony. Rugby is not just a sport for some of us, it's a way of life. Over the years, St. Peter's College has achieved many accolades in rugby, winning numerous championships and trophies, making it one of the premier rugby playing schools in the country. Any match involving St. Peter's will draw in huge crowds, and it automatically becomes one of the most important fixtures in the calendar for all other schools who play against us. The unwavering support and dedication from distinguished old boys, committed sponsors, the devoted Rugby Foundation, and college authorities have been vital to the growth and success of our team, leaving a lasting impact on St. Peter's Rugby. I would now like to mention our generous sponsors who are here with us this evening. NABCO UK, represented by Managing Director Mr. Trishan Satyadeva. TDM International Limited UK, whose Managing Director Mr. Themia Dimel is represented by Mr. Brendan Kurupu. Cargill's Ceylon Limited, represented by Group Manager Marketing Dairy Sector, Mr. Rumesh Rahim. AJ Medichem, represented by Managing Director Dr. Clive James. And last but not least, Hema's Hospitals, represented by Director General Manager Dr. Pradeep Edward. To all of you I say, your contributions have taken our rugby program to new heights, providing players with the resources they need to excel on and off the field. To the college authorities, including our coaches, your guidance and leadership have shaped our rugby program into the thriving and competitive team it is today. As we look forward to the upcoming season and express our gratitude, let's remember the true spirit of rugby: camaraderie, discipline, and unwavering determination. United, we can cultivate this spirit and build a legacy for future generations of rugby players. Here's to a strong partnership, the love of rugby, and the unforgettable memories to come. Thank you, and enjoy the evening. May God bless you all. Veritas et Veritas.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's kick off.
The home team were back in the running again. Hiller took another long-range kick for the post and scored.
There's a dream I feel so rare, so real. All the world.
This is our utmost respect and love for our alma mater. It's not a school, it's our home. It's not just a jersey, it's our skin. We are not only 15, we are thousands. We are not just a crowd, we are a family. It's not just 80 minutes, it's a lifetime. It's not just a game, it's a passion. It's not an emotion, it's our life. This is how thousands of Peterite Ruggerites walked out since 1932 wearing the blue, white and gold jersey. This is the moment that they have been waiting for. This is where their journey began to pour sweat and blood for St. Peter's. This is how they came with pride and passion to face any opponent for glory.
To reach your destiny, our new age has begun. We face our mountains must cross, rough seas we must take, a place in history, and live with dignity.
That's our game, our passion, our life since 1932. And the legacy continues. Come on, people, put your hands together for all the Ruggerites who've made or who brought St. Peter's Rugby to what it is today. And the legacy continues. And we're now getting ready for 2023. Is everyone ready? Because the countdown began and has finished, and we have now come to that big moment. Is everyone ready? Oh my goodness, we're going live. Is everyone ready? I'm sure you're ready, and I'm sure everyone watching us live, wherever you may be in the world, is ready, because we're now going to bring alive the 2023 rugby action. And what better way than unveiling the rugby jersey for 2023, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to be unveiled right now. So we have three important components of St. Peter's rugby team right now, and that's none other than the captain, Ashane Madugaspe, and the two vice captains. Let's put our hand together for Kushan Tharidu and Dinet Ranasinghe. So let's welcome the captain and the two vice captains, because they are going to unveil the 2023 rugby jersey. So let's find out the blue, white and gold version for 2023. Come on, people, bring out life in you. Keep the applause going, keep it going. Energy, we need energy. After all, this is rugby. There you go. That's what you see in front. And how about the rear of the t-shirt? Come on, put your hands a little louder. Of the jersey. Louder, get it louder. This is 2023, people. Unveiled by Captain Ashane Madugaspe and the two vice captains Kushan Tharidu and Dinet Ranasinghe. Thank you. And maybe can we have all three of you in the center where our photographers would like to capture you. Keep the applause going. This is rugby. This is vibrancy. This is energy. This is our life, our passion. We wish you all the best for a super duper rugby season for 2023. Thank you guys, thank you very much. And with that spectacular special moment, we're now going to invite a very special person. And he's been a great source of strength and inspiration, not only for St. Peter's Rugby, but for the St. Peter's College. And if I remember right, last year, he celebrated his 25th year in priesthood. So we'd like to very warmly invite Reverend Father Rohita Rodrigo, the rector of St. Peter's College. Let's put our hands together and very respectfully invite Reverend Father Rector.
A very good evening to all of you, Reverend Fathers, sponsors of Peterite Rugby, headmaster, teachers, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and honor to be here today to express our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to the sponsors of St. Peter's College Rugby. On behalf of the school's administration, staff, and students, I extend a warm welcome to all of you, and I hope that you will enjoy the felicitation ceremony that we have organized to celebrate the invaluable support of our sponsors. As you all know, St. Peter's College is one of the leading educational institutes in the country. And we take immense pride in our rich heritage, tradition, and achievements in the fields of education, sports, and extracurricular activities. Our commitment to excellence and holistic education has made us a trusted institution that nurtures and develops the intellectual, moral, and social skills of our students. One of the pillars of our educational philosophy is the importance of sports in shaping a student's character and personality. We firmly believe that sports are not only a means of physical fitness and recreation, but also a powerful tool for building discipline, teamwork, leadership, competitive spirit, and many more. At St. Peter's College, we are proud to have a strong sports program that has produced outstanding athletes who do well in life over the years. In particular, rugby is one of the flagship sports at St. Peter's College, and we are privileged to have a long and illustrious history in this sport. Our rugby teams have won numerous championships, accolades, and recognition both locally and internationally. More importantly, our rugby program has instilled values such as respect, integrity, perseverance, and sportsmanship among our players, which are essential for success in life. To sustain and enhance our college rugby, we rely heavily on the support and generosity of our sponsors, who have contributed significantly to our success and growth. Today, we are delighted to honor our sponsors, including NABCO UK, who is partnering St. Peter's Rugby as the first ever platinum sponsor. We are immensely grateful to Mr. Trishan Satyadev, the Managing Director of NABCO UK, and his team for their vision, commitment, and generosity in supporting our rugby program. I would also like to acknowledge the contributions of our other sponsors, including TDM International Limited, Cargill Ceylon, Kotmale, Hemas Hospitals, and AJM, who have partnered with us to support our college rugby and other educational initiatives. Their support is crucial in providing the necessary resources, infrastructure, and facilities that enable our rugby players to excel on and off the field. I'm grateful to Mr. Themia Dimel, who has been a long-standing supporter of St. Peter's College, for his continuous support, not only to rugby, but also to other areas of education and development at our school. We also extend our thanks to the Deputy Chairman and CEO of Cargill Ceylon, Mr. Ranjit Page, and Group Manager Marketing, Mrs. Maljini Jayasekara, for their unwavering support and contribution towards college rugby. We welcome Dr. Clive James. I saw him here. Yes. Clive James, the Managing Director of AJM, who has joined us for the first year as a silver sponsor, and we trust that he will continue to be part of St. Peter's Rugby in the years to come. We also thank Hemas Hospitals for joining us as a silver sponsor and acknowledge the leadership of Dr. Pradeep Edward and Director General Manager for his vision and commitment to promote rugby and healthcare in Sri Lanka. Pradeep, are you here? Yes. I also would like to acknowledge the media for their continuous support and coverage of our rugby programs, which has helped us to raise awareness and promote the sport to a wider audience. Finally, I extend my sincere thanks to the Rugby Foundation, headed by Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya. Special thanks to Mr. Mangala for everything that you do. Yes, for their commitment and continuous support. I know you leave no stone unturned to make sure St. Peter's Rugby stays on top. Good luck, Captain, the Vice Captains, the coaching staff, masters and teachers in charge, the team, and everyone. We hope this year will be a very successful year, and you will bring honor and glory to St. Peter's College. Vetus et Veritas. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you, Father. Thank you very much. Reverend Father Rohita Rodrigo, the Rector of St. Peter's College. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to spend a couple of minutes, which is going to be very quality, because we have a variety of top corporates and conglomerates who have come forward to make 2023 a resoundingly successful year for St. Peter's Rugby. And we are now going to move on to felicitating our sponsors one by one. And I'm sure we're really looking forward to this great moment. All of us are looking forward to this great moment. And we are firstly going to say thank you and to felicitate a long-standing gold sponsor, and that is Kotmale by Cargill's Ceylon PLC. Could you please put your hands together for Kotmale by Cargill Ceylon PLC? And in fact, we have a message from Kotmale by Cargill Ceylon PLC.
Experience the exquisite taste of real fruit with the goodness of fresh milk. Kotmale drinking yogurt. Now in strawberry, mango, vanilla and wood apple.
Thank you, Kotmale by Cargill Ceylon PLC. We're now going to felicitate them on stage by presenting a couple of very special mementos. As a presentation party, we'll be inviting Rector, St. Peter's College, Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo. We also invite Reverend Father Milan Bernard, the Sports College, and also President of the Rugby Foundation, St. Peter's, Mr. Mangalu Dharmapriya, and the Vice President, Mr. Shane Gunavijay, and also Management Committee Rugby Foundation member, Mr. Russell Kroon. Reverend Father, gentlemen, can we please welcome you on stage? Once again, for the others, we want you to bring on the energy. That's your role tonight in the audience. Bring as much energy as possible. After all, this is rugby, and this is felicitating rugby sponsors. Representing Kotmale by Cargill Ceylon PLC, this evening we have the pleasure of inviting on stage the Marketing Manager, Dairy Sector, Mr. Thamal De Silva. Let's put our hands together and welcome Mr. Thamal De Silva to be felicitated. Come on, people, your applause is not enough. That's the one. That's the one I was looking for. Now you're talking. Come on, people, put your hands together for Kotmale by Cargill Ceylon PLC. And we have a memento, a token of appreciation. And that's not the end of the story. The presentations continue. And your applause also can continue. You know, clapping your hands enhances blood circulation. Do you know that? And your complexion improves. You look even better. Wow. The 2023 jersey as well. And that's it. Not the end of the story. Your applause continues. And we have a nice 2023 St. Peter's Rugby bag, a gear. Come on, put your hands together. Keep the applause going. And that's to our long-standing gold sponsor, Kotmale by Cargill Ceylon PLC. Thank you very much. And we say thank you to the Marketing Manager, Dairy Sector, Mrs. Tamal De Silva, and Reverend Father Rector, Reverend Father, gentlemen, thank you very much. You may take your seats. Thank you. We're now moving on to our next sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, which is our loyalty sponsor. Now, TDM International since 2001. When TDM International was founded in London by Tony DeMel, in the business world, he's known as Tony DeMel, and for us, Peterites, and for all of us in this part of the world, Themia DeMel, the business has grown into a leading, independent, versatile logistics provider. Today, TDM provides a personal service catered to your needs, whether you are a leading biotechnology firm transporting your cargo to difficult locations in time, or you are a small business that want to purchase and also transport your goods from supply to customer. TDM International, with over 50 years of combined personal experience in freight forwarding and supply chain solutions in a number of different countries throughout the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together for TDM International, our loyalty sponsor. Well, talking of Mr. Themia DeMel, I don't know from where to start and where to end, because this is a small man with a huge heart. He's not here this evening, and he's represented by Mr. Brendan Kurupu, but I'm sure he's watching us live on the live stream. And this gentleman has, you know it, I don't need to highlight it, because he's not only been supporting St. Peter's Rugby, he's been supporting St. Peter's College in every aspect, in every sphere. Come on, give him a big round of applause. Not only has he been supporting St. Peter's College in all aspects, he's been supporting Sri Lanka. He's been supporting Sri Lanka through the Sylvia Foundation. And also he's been doing a lot for the less fortunate people. Come on, give Themia a big round of applause. May God bless you more and more. And we are now going to invite our presentation party again. Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, Rector, St. Peter's College, the Sports Coordinator of St. Peter's College, Reverend Father Milan Bernard, and the President of the Rugby Foundation, Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya, Secretary of the Rugby Foundation, Mr. Zian Badruddin, also Management Committee Member of the Rugby Foundation, Mr. Steve Dharmaratna. Let's welcome them on stage, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to honor and we're going to felicitate TDM International right now. Once again, Themia, thank you very much for your outstandingly wonderful sense of generosity. And TDM International is represented this evening by Mr. Brendan Kurupu. Let's put our hands together and welcome Mr. Brendan Kurupu on stage. Brendan, too, not a stranger to Sri Lanka, and our living legend, ladies and gentlemen, in the cricketing arena. Put your hands together for Brendan Kurupu, who's accepting this token of appreciation, or the tokens of appreciation, on behalf of TDM International. And your applause is going to continue because we have a series of presentations like before. And this is for our loyalty sponsor, TDM International. Hello, everybody. Our loyalty sponsor, TDM International. And the presentations continue, ladies and gentlemen. And your applause is also going to continue. Your applause is going to continue. Yes. I know. I'm going to trouble you a lot this evening. I'm sure you wouldn't mind it. After all, it's rugby. So once again, another big one for TDM International. Thank you, Mr. Kurupu and Reverend Fathers. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, thank you very much. You may take your seats. Well, our presentation party will also be doing a lot of walking. And, well, definitely giving due place and due prominence to all our sponsors. And get ready for the next one. Get ready for the next heart of generosity. And that is NABCO UK. Put your hands together for NABCO UK. And guess what? They are, or NABCO UK are, our first ever platinum sponsor. Come on, put your hands together for our first ever platinum sponsor. And also entering into a very fruitful and successful partnership with St. Peter's. So we now have a message from NABCO UK.
NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. 34 years later, NABCO has grown to be one of the top retail solution providers, offering their customer-led proposition to over 200 trade and retail customers across the UK and Ireland. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo, as a supply partner, along with its own 30,000 square foot HQ in St Albans, NABCO offers its customers a complete retail solution with the best talent in the industry. NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape.
We are different. We are agile. We are empowered. We are a team. We are an AFCO.
A message from NABCO UK. With 34 years of experience, as was mentioned in the video, in the retail industry, is the fastest growing and dominant retail solutions provider at St Albans, Hertfordshire. Well, NABCO is on a mission to bring the future of retail to the markets now by offering its clients a customer-led proposition with a complete retail solution. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo has, as a supply partner, NABCO offers modern shelving designs and also innovative solutions such as self-checkout counters, energy-efficient refrigerators, and also micro markets, parcel lockers, and also even warehouse racking solutions as well. With a dynamic team of industry specialists, NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape in UK and also around the world as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have another big round of applause for our first ever platinum sponsor, and also entering into a very fruitful partnership, NABCO UK. So it's going to be presentation time for NABCO UK. So once again, we'll be inviting our presentation party, which will comprise of Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo. We also invite Reverend Father Milan Bernard, and also Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya, and also the Vice President of the Rugby Foundation, Mr. Samson Roy. Reverend Fathers, gentlemen, can we invite you on stage? And representing NABCO UK, ladies and gentlemen, we have a distinguished representation. So we'll be inviting firstly the Managing Director, NABCO UK, Mr. Trishan Satyadeva. Keep the applause going. We are going to invite the Finance Director, NABCO UK, Mr. JP Adams, the Operations Director, NABCO UK, Mr. Ruan Adams, and also the Sales and Proposition Director, NABCO UK, Mr. Steve Gale, and also the Country Manager, Sri Lanka, Mr. Damita Gomez, and the Managing Director, UK and Ireland for Modern Expo, Mr. Vasil Mathiewicz. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Your applause need to continue because we are on stage recognizing and saying thank you to our first ever platinum sponsor, NABCO UK. Keep the applause going. Hello, we need a rugby applause, Peter Wright rugby applause. And we need that to continue. Thank you once again to NABCO UK. Thank you very much. You are the first ever platinum sponsor, and also you've been so generous to enter into a very fruitful partnership as well with St. Peter's. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Reverend Father and the presentation party. Thank you very much. Felicitation of sponsors for the rugby season for 2023 of St. Peter's College, and the list goes on, the list goes on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce, and it's time to bring to your notice, ladies and gentlemen, the silver sponsor, and that is AJ Medichem International. Put your hands together for AJ Medichem International. So we are now going to say thank you, and we're going to felicitate AJ Medichem International. So the presentation party will once again comprise of Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, Rector St. Peter's College, and also will be inviting the Sports Coordinator St. Peter's College, Reverend Father Milan Bernard, and also the President of the Rugby Foundation, Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya, and we'll be inviting the Project Chairman Events of the Rugby Foundation, that's Mr. Chammika Kurukulusurya. We'll be also inviting Mr. Dilshan Fonseca, and that's a management committee member of the Rugby Foundation. So, Reverend Fathers, gentlemen, we'd like to once again invite you, and this is the moment that we're going to spend a couple of moments recognizing our silver sponsor, and that is AJ Medichem International. So this evening, AJ Medichem International is represented by a distinguished old boy of St. Peter's College. And he's been very supportive of St. Peter's Rugby over the years. We say thank you to him over and over again. We'd like to very warmly invite the Managing Director of AJ Medichem International. Let's put our hands together and welcome Dr. Clive James. A distinguished old boy of St. Peter's, and this is how he gives back his success that he's achieved in life as a top corporate leader. Back to school, back to St. Peter's College Rugby. Come on, put your hands together for AJ Medichem International. And represented this evening by the Managing Director, Dr. Clive James. Your applause has to go on. The audience has to be lively, because the whole world is watching you on the live stream on the Peter Wright Media channel. A few moments for our photographers to capture every special moment. Thank you once again to AJ Medichem International and to Dr. Clive James, and a big thank you to our presentation party. Thank you, Reverend Fathers. Gentlemen, thank you very much. And the list goes on. The generosity has overflowed in 2023 as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to recognize a sponsor that comes under the silver category. And that is Hema's Hospitals. Put your hands together for Hemas Hospitals. Louder. And this evening, Hemas Hospitals represented here by another distinguished old boy of St. Peter's College. But before we invite him on stage, once again, we'll be inviting our presentation party, which will comprise of Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, Rector of St. Peter's College, and we'll be inviting the sports coordinator. And that is Reverend Father Milan Bernard. In the presentation area, we'll be having Mr. Mangal Dharmapriya, the president of the Rugby Foundation. And for this presentation party, we'll be inviting Mr. Dimitri Pereira. That's the co-project chairman events for the Rugby Foundation. And also we'll be having on stage Mr. Kevin Dixon. And he's one of the members of the management committee of the Rugby Foundation. Reverend Fathers, gentlemen, we'd like to invite you on stage. Once again, put your hands together. All right, now get yourselves ready. People, get yourselves ready to applaud and say thank you and to felicitate Hemas Hospitals, our silver sponsor. So Hemas Hospitals is represented this evening, as I mentioned, by another distinguished old boy of St. Peter's College and his Director, General Manager, Dr. Pradeep Edward. Put your hands together for Dr. Pradeep Edward. Once again, your applause has to be like the previous ones. Dynamic, vibrant, energetic, full of energy, like Peter Wright Rugby. And the presentations are continuing. Oh yes, we have the memento, we have the nice jersey for 2023, and also we have the nice attractive bag. Peter Wright Rugby bag for 2023. So these are tokens of appreciation, and this is how the Rugby Foundation of St. Peter's say thank you to our sponsors. And on stage, another silver sponsor, Hemas Hospitals. Let's put our hands together. Represented by Director General Manager Dr. Pradeep Edward. Reverend Fathers, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Are we done with the sponsors? Not yet, ladies and gentlemen. But we have come to the halfway mark. And while we come to the halfway mark, it is my privilege and honor to invite an outstanding personality, invitee, to address you this evening. And he is an accountant by trade with over 20 years of experience in financial management and also specializing in investment banking. He is a visionary leader who passionately is driven to lead NABCO to greater heights. He has a very benevolent heart. He's always ready to give back where his heart is. And his heart is here in Sri Lanka. Though he's not in Sri Lanka, he also is a sports enthusiast who loves watching England's rugby, and I'm sure he'll be following St. Peter's Rugby as well, and tennis, cricket, and also football as well. So a great sports enthusiast. I'm talking of no less than the Managing Director of NABCO UK, and that's our first ever platinum sponsor. So ladies and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together and welcome on stage for the address, Mr. Trishan Satyadeva.
Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, Reverend Fathers, Mangala, President of St. Peter's Rugby, the coaches, the team, captain, fellow sponsors who are present here, my team of directors from NABCO, Vassal from Modern Expo, representing our supply partner, manufacturing partner, Modern Expo, Future Eye Sri Lanka, our marketing partner in Sri Lanka, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank St. Peter's College for organizing this prestigious event in this fine location. This acknowledgement we received is highly appreciated. On behalf of NATCO and my team here, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity given to be the platinum sponsor of the rugby team this season. It has been an honor to support a school with a rich history and a team that embodies the values of hard work, discipline, and sportsmanship. Firstly, when Damita proposed the idea to speak with Mangala and subsequently with Father Rector, and when we agreed to enter into this partnership, our objective was to support the school, create our brand awareness, and explore the commercial interest in this country, and ultimately support the economy. But never have I thought this will be an enjoyable, fun, and exciting journey which we are experiencing today. We made history by becoming the first platinum sponsor, and when we were filled of the Rugby Sevens at CR and FC. I think that deserves a round of applause. And with that said, seeing our logo displayed on our jerseys makes us extremely proud. It's a sponsored dream. My thank you to Coach Martis and the team. We hope this sponsorship encourages the team to greater success. As a company, we believe in investing in the community and supporting local sports teams. It is through partnerships like this we can help to foster a culture of teamwork, perseverance, and healthy competition. This partnership was the stepping stone for our commercial interest in Sri Lanka. I'm here with my team of directors. We are in full force to explore all the opportunities, and this has been great so far, and we are having some positive conversations, and the country is like a light switch is turned on in the country. Everyone's talking positively. I'm sure in 5 to 10 years' time, Sri Lanka will be in a much higher, better place. Before I conclude, I'd like to say this. As a sponsor, we are committed to supporting your school any way we can. Whether it's through financial contributions, volunteering our time and resources, or providing opportunity for the students to gain real-world experiences, we are here to help. We hope that our partnership with your school will continue to grow and flourish in the years to come. We believe by working together, we can help to create a brighter future for the school, for NAPCO, for the country, and the community. Once again, we want to thank you for making us part of your journey this season. Thank you for this evening. We wish you all the best for the season. We will continue to support you, we will continue to cheer you on, and I hope this partnership will carry on for many years to come. I also wish to thank our fellow sponsors. You have been supporting St. Peter's for all these years. We honor the opportunity to we're given today to meet you in person, and I hope we share each other's expertise and knowledge and grow our networks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Satyadeva. Come on, put your hands together louder. Well, I just requested him to kindly remain on stage. That's for a purpose. And we have a surprise. And the surprise is we have an autographed or signed Sevens rugby jersey of St. Peter's College, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be now presented to Mr. Satyadeva. And to do that, we'll be inviting the captain and the two vice captains. So once again, we'd like to invite Ashen Madhugaspe and Kushan Taridu and Dinet Ranasinghe. Can we have the three of you on stage? So this is a token of appreciation, once again, to Mr. Trishan Satyadeva for his outstanding generosity and to his company. And this is a signed Sevens rugby jersey, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. There you go. With all the signatures. That's going to be a wonderful piece of souvenir. Thank you guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Satyadeva. Thank you, sir, thank you very much. All right, so with that spectacular moment, we are moving to another very important item in the agenda. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is to talk about Interhouse. And the Interhouse has been in existence, this tournament, for many, many years. And I understand that from 2007, a gentleman by the name of Chanaka Gunawardhana. Mr. Chanaka Gunawardhana transformed this tournament into a carnival atmosphere. And since then, from 2007, and that carnival atmosphere was done to encourage the juniors to join the sport. And since 2007, ladies and gentlemen, there were two entities. One is Classic Travels and Expo Lanka Leisure Cluster, and also the class of 83-83E. These two entities have been sponsoring the inter-house tournament right through. Thank you very much for your generosity. Give them both a big round of applause. So, now we're going to recognize them on stage. So what is going to happen right now is, once again, we'll be inviting our presentation party. So Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, we're going to trouble you again by inviting you. I don't consider it a trouble because we need your presence at every presentation party. So Reverend Father Rector, you'll be on stage together with the sports coordinator, Reverend Father Milan Bernard, and also President of the Rugby Foundation, Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya, and also we'll be inviting from the Rugby Foundation, Mr. Roshan Opatha, and Management Committee member of the Foundation, Mr. Sujit Silva, and also we'll be very warmly inviting our headmaster as well, Mr. Noel Kure. Reverend Fathers, gentlemen, can we invite you on stage? So, the focus right now is the inter-house tournament, and since 2007, it was a mega happening carnival atmosphere from the initiatives put by Chanaka Gunawardhana, and since then, Classic Travels and also Class 83-83E has been very, very supportive of this effort. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to invite two representations from each entity, and representing Classic Travels and Expo Lanka Leisure Cluster, we're going to invite the Chief Executive Officer, and that's Mr. Shiham Imamuddin, a distinguished old boy of St. Peter's. Put your hands together for Mr. Shiham Imamuddin. Come on, people. Another proud Peterite. The Chief Executive Officer of Classic Travels and Expo Lanka Leisure Cluster is one of the joint forces behind the continuous support, continuous sponsorship of the inter-house tournament since 2007. And next entity is the class 83-83E. 83-83E, that's how they're called. And representing, we invite a representative to accept the award on behalf of the class 83-83E, and that is Mr. Russell Kroon. Can we invite Mr. Russell Kroon? Come on, people, let's hear it for class 83-83E. Thank you very much once again to Classic Travels and Class 83-83E. We request the presentation party to remain, as we're now going to recognize a couple of distinguished old boys of St. Peter's for keeping rugby, the spirit of rugby, alive right through for 10, 20, 30 years. So these are in fact great personalities who've supported rugby of St. Peter's over the years. So we're going to invite them one by one to be felicitated on stage. And we start by inviting Mr. Roshan Fernando. Mr. Roshan Fernando. If you're there, we'd like to invite you. Come on, people. Put your hands together. And keep the applause going. 10 old boys are going to be felicitated in this segment. One is Roshan Fernando. Your applause can continue. And next, Mr. Miswardeen, Mr. Miswardeen. Thank you guys for all the wonderful support that you've rendered over the years. And next, Mr. Damita Gomez. Mrs. Damita Gomez. And next, Mr. Basil Anthony. St. Peter's Rugby wouldn't have been what it is today if not for people like you. Mr. Basil Anthony, if you're there. Mr. Basil Anthony, and the list goes on. Mr. Nalin Jayasundara. Mr. Nalin Jayasundara, are you there? And we move on. Mr. Javed Wahab. Mr. Javed Wahab. These are long-standing, great, ardent supporters of St. Peter's Rugby. And the list goes on. Mr. Nalin Jayasekara. Mr. Nalin Jayasekara. Mr. Shan Khalid. Mr. Shan Khalid. And you in the audience, you know what to do. You know what you have to do. Yes. I'm just reminding you. You know what you have to do. I'm just reminding you what you have to do. And the list goes on. Mr. Heshan Sandanayaka. Mr. Heshan Sandanayaka. Mr. Romez Ishak. Mr. Romez Ishak. And representing the UAE Old Peterites, we invite Mr. Achala Silva. Mr. Achala Silva, representing the UAE Old Peterites. So, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for all of them. Now, we have one more recognition to be done, and for that we'll need the presence of Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, Reverend Father Milan Bernard, Mr. Mangala Dharma Priya, who's here. We'll be requesting the presence of Mr. Roshan Opata, who's also here, and also Management Committee member Sujit Silva. Yes, he's also there. Yes, everyone is there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to felicitate and say thank you to another great ardent supporter of rugby, and he is a consultant orthopedic surgeon, and I wonder whether he is there this evening, but anyway we need to mention his name, and if he's not there we'd like to invite representation. Dr. Parakrama Dharmaratna, if you're there, even if he's not there, please put your hands together louder for all the support. Consultant orthopedic surgeon Dr. Parakrama Dharmaratna. He's felicitated. Since he's not there, we'd like to invite any representative to kindly come on stage because we have a token for him. Can anyone collect? Yes, we have one of the foundation members who will collect this token on behalf of Dr. Parakrama Dharmaratna, consultant orthopedic surgeon. With that, Reverend Fathers, gentlemen, we say thank you. And we will not be troubling you again. Put your hands together for our presentation party. All right. What a great event and what a great crowd we have, and what a great crowd watching us on the live stream on the Peterite Media. So, this is this very special event, felicitating ceremony of St. Peter's College Rugby sponsors for the rugby season 2023. And we have now come to the final item in the agenda, which is another very important item. And it is, in fact, saying thank you to all of you, and that is the vote of thanks. And the vote of thanks will be delivered by the president of the Rugby Foundation for St. Peter's College. Could you please put your hands together and welcome on stage Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya.
Good evening, everyone. Reverend Father Rohit Rodrigo, Director, St. Peter's College, Priest Community of St. Peter's College, our valuable sponsors, gentlemen from the press, College Rugby Management, member of our Rugby Foundation, and dear friends. I would like to thank, first and foremost, from the bottom of my heart, to all our sponsors who graced this evening by spending their valuable time. We would be thankful to our platinum sponsor, NABCO UK, headed by Mr. Trishan Satyadeva as their managing director and his team for participating in this felicitation ceremony. It is a groundbreaking moment of the rich history of St. Peter's College Rugby that we found a platinum sponsor as they have come forward for a partnership with St. Peter's College to boost up our rugby. When it comes to loyaltiness, it is none other than TDM International UK, led by Mr. Themia Dimal, who always step forward to rally around the college flag, and I am thankful to Mr. Brendan Kurupu, who is representing for TDM International UK, who is our loyalty partner. At this moment, I wish to thank our long-standing gold sponsor, Cargill Ceylon Limited, who market Kothmali products, being well handled by the energetic lady, Mrs. Maljini Jayasekara, who is their group managing director. I may fail in my vote of thanks if I do not extend my sincere thanks to their deputy chairman, Mr. Ranjit Ped, for his valuable support. My sincere thanks goes to our new silver sponsor, AJ Medic Chemic Internationals, led by Dr. Clive Lames, who is not a stranger to our Peterhead Rugby front, who is gracing this occasion. Also, I am thankful to our silver sponsor, continuing with us for the second year. It is none other than Hemas Hospitals, spearheaded by Dr. Pradeep Edward, who is also familiar with the Peterhead rugby community. We should be thankful to the media who had been with us at our good times and our bad times. Thank you, gentlemen, for your valuable patronage at this event. Last but not least, our thanks should go to the event organizers, bottom line, for organizing this great event under the leadership of Mrs. Yolan Gunavijay. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we wish to thank all our sponsors being with us this evening to felicitate all of you coming forward to support our college rugby. Let me assure you, our rugby team will dish out a brand of rugby in this forthcoming inter-school rugby season, which will add an extra value to your service, products, which will justify your valuable partnerships, sponsorships to rugby for this great institute of educational. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
The dynamic president, together with the entire management committee of the Rugby Foundation. Well, we wish you all the best, and we say a big thank you to the president, Mr. Mangala Dharmapriya. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've almost come to the end of the formal part, and the formal part will come to a conclusion by all of us rising to our feet and singing the college anthem. So please, ladies and gentlemen, can we all rise to our feet for the college anthem?
Boy
hearty cheers for Peter Wright Rugby. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we come to the end of the formal part. Our game, our passion, our life, and the legacy continues. 2023, let's wish each and every Ruggerite all the very best. And ladies and gentlemen, do enjoy the time of fellowship. Thank you very much for coming once again. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you. Ayubowan.
We are agile. We are empowered. We are a team. We are an AVCO.
NABCO was born out of a spare bedroom. 34 years later, NABCO has grown to be one of the top retail solution providers, offering their customer-led proposition to over 200 trade and retail customers across the UK and Ireland. With Europe's largest retail manufacturer, Modern Expo, as a supply partner, along with its own 30,000 square foot HQ in St Albans, NABCO offers its customers a complete retail solution with the best talent in the industry. NABCO is leading the transformation of the retail landscape.